guys, hi there, how are all of you? I hope you all are fine. Well, my name is Yusuf and I'm back on Yusuf Reacts, and this time I'm back with again a very interesting movie review for you people. Well, before we guys start, I want all of you to subscribe to my channel. Please press the bell icon, do like my videos and do share them as much as you guys can. Okay guys, why am I standing here and what is the purpose that I'm basically going to be talking about? The movie or the thing that I'm going to be discussing with you people for today is something that is literally very much interesting if I talk about it. Now this movie that we guys are going to be talking about, well, before we start, I'm going to be introducing the section that we guys always have, and that's the most interesting one because we are going to be talking about a classic series of 3 movies that came out with this particular name. So what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be having a blast from the past. And when I talk about it, that we're going to be talking about a blast from the past, the movie that I'm going to be talking about is going to be taking you guys to another level of imagination, creativity, if I talk about the genre that was being discussed at that particular time. Well, who are the creatures, or what is the thing that we are talking about? We are talking about vampires over here, guys. And the movie that I'm going to be talking about, this movie became a huge success, and if I talk about it, it really had a huge impact. And before we move on, let me introduce the name of the movie. The name of the movie is Blade. We are going to be talking about all the 3 parts of Blade: Blade 1, Blade 2 and Blade Trinity, the third one also. In this particular movie, we see what? We see that there is a mother who gets affected by the bite of a vampire and she gives birth to a child. Now the child that she gives birth to is half human and half has the qualities of a vampire. Now the main cause is what? That because of that particular thing, he loses his mother when he's born. And he's someone who eventually decides to take revenge over all the particular vampires who are there. So this is what Blade 1 was. When we come to Blade 2, in Blade 2 we see another addition to what that whole thing was. And when we move on further, we can clearly see what? We can clearly see this thing up, that if we move one step further, we're going to be seeing this thing up, that eventually the story proceeds up. And when the story proceeds, we see now Blade evolve with time, and eventually he becomes even more stronger, and eventually he faces all those particular problems that are there. In Blade Trinity, when we come across, we see the king of the vampires. Means the one or the first vampire, from him all the particular vampires eventually started off. And that is obviously something which is extremely interesting. And when we talk about it, basically this movie, if I recall it up, this movie really served as a huge source of, I would say, opening new doors or new horizons of imagination and creativity. We looked at the vampires from a very different perspective at that particular time, because before that they were only considered to be a creature who drinks blood and so on. But a half human and a half vampire concept was something really good. The most important thing was what? The Blade. He was really something who really had an exceptional personality, if I talk about it. And the most important thing was what? The arts, the martial arts that Blade possessed. And the best part was the sword. The coolness that came with that particular sword of Blade was just extraordinarily good. And guys, at the end, I would simply like to say one thing up. If you guys have not seen Blade, I would prefer that you guys go for it, because it is something that is just amazing. You guys are gonna love it. So this is me, Yusuf, saying goodbye to you people. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Take care. Bye.